Hello everyone and welcome back to another showcase video. My name is Luke Triton and today I'm going to be showing you my custom painted Cyberman helmets. Oh my goodness, look at this. So, a lot of people either immediately love this or immediately hate this. So, why did I do this? Well, it was quite fascinating because the idea of this came about with my main Nerf blaster setup. I've got, the padding, the armor, I've got blaster holsters and all that, and I thought, okay, I need eyewear / sort of head protection. I need a helmet would be cool. I remember these toy Cyberman helmets from 2007, 2008 or so. Let's get one of these. And I decided to paint it in the colours I'm rocking, which is basically dark blue and black. And yes, this is very Marmite in the sense that a lot of people are looking at this and go, that's either really cool or it's awful and you've ruined it. So yes, once again, this is the Cyberman toy helmet that you could have gotten from, God, like 15 years ago now. I'm getting old, you know. But it was amazing because when you get into your adult life, you think, I've got money, I can go back and revisit something from my childhood. This is one of those things. And painting this is rather unique in the sense that I don't actually know how many people have thought to, do this. Never mind all the other helmets that people have crafted for cosplays and whatever else. A Cyberman helmet in particular. This is interesting. So why this? Well, first of all, I do like Doctor Who. And the Cybermen are a really cool species and monster for the Doctor to go up against. And, just look at that for a design. It's so cool. It really is quite unique. Like the handlebars in particular. It's a really cool feature for the Cybermen. So why these colours as well? So, again, for my Nerf blaster gear, I've got dark blue and black as the main colours. I've got black padding and black boxes and holsters, and my clothes are dark or more so navy blue. So I thought, okay, I need it as a match. Let's go with these two colours. And on its own, it worked quite well. I might have a picture of it without all the white lining. I will try to get a couple of pictures on screen now of the sort of process of, well, maybe not the process of having this painted, but before all the final details were applied. One final detail in particular is this sort of cross section I've got at the eyes. So this one on, well, let me look at that one sec. So this is the left eye. Well, for me, it's the left eye. I want to make sure I get my left and rights correct. This was an idea. I thought, okay, it's been painted. That's one thing. Can I try and add more gadgets, more... like how in Mandalorian, there's countless Mandalorian armors and they're all painted in every which colour you can imagine and think of. Why not a Cyberman helmet? But they've got the scope, they've got a light thing. I'm not too big into Star Wars, but they've got a few extra features. So what could I try and do for the Cyberman helmet? And it all kind of really came to visual things mainly. So again, using the same colours, and I chose to use white lining tape to kind of pop out some of these extra details here. Because, it does kind of stand out. Again, those borders, sort of pop art-esque sort of designing here. It wasn't what I had in mind, but I feel like I've gotten pretty good when it comes to colour matching. I think that's mainly because of some props I've made in the past, in combination with some of the Lego trains I've made. In using the model lining tape, it really does take models up from 10 to 11. And for stuff like this, it definitely has that same feature. So again, that's just its own design thing. Maybe it could act like a little zooming thing, but I thought, that could be its own thing as well. So on the other eye, the right eye, again, trying to get my rights and lefts correct, it's a bit difficult to tell from a distance, but I do have 2 rings of very thin red lining tape just around the other eye, just to make sure that this one wasn't completely naked. I mean, having all of this on one side is cool, but the other eye, it needs to have something going on. And overall, the design, I think, came out really well. I am very happy with this. The only problem is, I was tempted to buy a couple more helmets and paint them up, And I was also very tempted to get the Cyberman helmets with the exposed brain detail, because that was a thing. I think there were only 3 variants of the Cyberman helmet. There was the main silver one, the silver one with the exposed brain detail, and another exposed brain one, but this front sort of face section was already in black. So, there were a couple of variants, there was a lot of options to go for, but this is basically a beautiful canvas to paint and do whatever you want with. Again, think back to the Mandalorian helmets where they're every which colour. it's just another helmet. You know, it's a, you know, call it what you want. Doctor Who fans might not be the most happy when it comes to seeing something like this. But, oh man, this is quite the something, you know? So at this point, I think I should put it on. Now, I don't know how well the microphone is going to pick up me actually talking whilst I'm wearing this thing. So I think just in case, I'm going to do a bit of voiceover just to make sure I've got everything going a bit smoothly. So putting on the helmet is very simple. There is a strap around the back of the helmet that goes around the back of your head, and it is a simple plastic strap with a couple of buttons and plenty of holes to adjust it depending on the size of your head. You can just slide it right on, and there are other straps at the front of the helmet for the front of your head to make sure that you are not banging or scratching your head against the actual helmet itself. Overall, it is a very comfortable fit. It is something you have to get used to if you're going to wear it for a bit of time. It is a bit restrictive when it comes to looking at the eye sockets, but overall it is a really comfortable fit. And that brings us to the conclusion of this showcase video. This is something that really has inspired me to give other paint jobs for things a go. But it's more so finding the right canvas. Again, that's the best word I can use to describe this, because it's just begging for a paint job. The whole thing is primarily just silver anyways, but it is kind of simple when you look at this. You know, you got main black bits, a couple of blue sections, but it really does pop. It's so different and vibrant. Once again, this was made for a specific purpose. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to actually use it for that purpose, but as its own thing to have, I am over the moon with how this overall came together. Again, quite simple with paint jobs, you know, black overall, a couple of blue sections, but it's just so different. I would like to try and get a hold of a custom printed version of the 13th Doctor Cyberman helmet of some kind, like someone could 3D print one maybe. I really do love that design. A Cyber Master helmet, oh, that would be really cool. I don't really want the 11th and 12th Doctor Cyberman design helmet because, well, you know, that's not really the best thing going. Maybe not any of the classic ones either. Maybe the 5th Doctor era, again, that would be really cool. Very similar to what was used inspiration for ultimately creating the 13th Doctor design. But yeah, you know, it's a perfect canvas for something like this. Well, what did you think? Did you like it? No, I didn't think he would. He prefers to be silver. But what did you think? Do you like this paint job? Are you going to give this a go? How many other people out there are going to try and paint their own Cyberman helmet? Let me know in the comments section down below. There are links to my social media pages down in the description. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I shall see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.